Hello YouTube, this is Keithy1980 and on Skype we have ShaggyRusty.
Hello everybody.
I love it when you do that. We've been playing a bit of Football Manager and got through an entire season. Not only was it an entire season of higher league, it's actually exceptionally low league, and I'm talking level 24 in the English tiers.
Yes. Basically,
level 24 is the lowest tier in English football, and somebody by the name of Dan made it. He must have put some effort into it, because this is the most up-to-date version, because the previous version stopped working via patch 15.3, I think. But as you can see at the bottom, my honours, I've already won the league, Mid Sussex Football League Division 11 Cup. Yay, I'm champion. I've won the Brian Hall Challenge Cup, which will also be entering next season, and the Tester Challenge Cup I've won. So basically I've won a treble in my first season. How the hell can I complain? And poor Shaggy here got knocked out, I think, was it the second round of your Tester Challenge Cup?
I will soon tell you that one. The Tester Cup, yes. It were second round versus Nutley B. The Tester Challenge Cup, and obviously it was the Brian Hall Challenge Cup were the semi-final against Heath Rangers.
Yeah, who I eventually beat by. I'll show the schedule in a minute and how I kept my squad so fit. I tried to have a whole squad of foreigners. Now I go through the foreign route early on because they're bloody good, and when you get up to conference levels, or League 2, they expect your team to be homegrown. Well, by the time you got through all that, you've got homegrown players from Romania, Brazil and all that sort of stuff. And I have nearly a whole squad of it anyway. But welcome to AFC Bolnor. This is my team in the 24th tier of English football, and Shaggy is Crawley United.
Yep.
Yes. I will get some proper badges for them. I have seen them online, so next time when I do a video I'll make sure they will be put up. I'm also using Andromeda. I think I said it was Anaconda skin last time. It's actually Andromeda V5. So, duh.
We all make their mistakes.
We do make those mistakes. But anyway, let's just have a quick look at the league table. As you can see, I comfortably won the division. Which was quite unlucky for Shaggy, actually, because at one point there was 1 point difference. I think I was on 21 and you're on 20.
Yeah, I must admit, through the league, obviously all the way through the league between the two of us, we was running a rather nice, close match to either come first and second. I think it were coming about mid-season.
Yeah.
Is where it sort of went down the hill that little bit.
Yeah.
I think I weren't losing by much, but I think it was started running to about 2-0, something like that. But obviously I will have a look at the schedule. And
well, the very last match you used most of your backup players and drew 1-1 with Nutley too.
Yeah. I did. Yeah, it was 1-1. But I remember I think it was Nutley B. I actually came down to about 9 men. It was one of the matches also.
Yeah, I remember.
You'll have to excuse me, memory's terrible, but
as you can see, for most clean sheets though, I had to laugh at this because my goalkeeper there that says Jorg Stadelman is no longer with the club because I released him. I've got better goalkeepers now. He got 6 clean sheets. Now Shaggy also got a goalkeeper who's still got, because he is good and I guaranteed that he would do a good job, is Dylan Castanheira, and he's American, and he's also kept 6 clean sheets. So 2 decent goalkeepers there, but I do have better. As you can see, I've got Rashoni or Racconi. He's Brazilian. That's all I need to say. He's Brazilian. What more can you say?
Exactly.
Man of the Match awards is actually towards 4 players. We've got my Navid Nazeri, Simon Greatwich and Andreas Erler for myself, and Yusuf Bamba for Crawley United, another player I told you to go in for.
Yes, you did. Now you did advise me which ones would be the better ones. I mean, Obviously, going with YouTube Bammer, I have had my ups and downs with him,
Yeah.
but he has become one of the performing ones. I mean, looking at the last 5 games he did play, he came with an average of 6.86.
Out of all the games he played?
Well, the last 5.
The last 5. That's pretty good, though, out of the last
Yeah.
5. I mean, if I go into my squad now, I'm just going to show the overall ratings and my squad that I've narrowed down, because I did have a 42-year-old playing for me, and he was pretty good to start off with, and then I started getting better players, and he started dropping in stars, and then I got somebody called Fraser Comer. I think it's Comer or Colmer. Something, yeah. But as people can see on YouTube, I have gone very foreign, apart from those 4 English people who were later introduced into the squad, because they did look pretty darn good. The goalkeeper, as I say, he's the newest signing. He's only 25 and he's still got plenty of potential. And the substitute goalkeeper, Jakub Spiriak, he's Slovakian, really, really good prospect. So I'm hoping to that he does big things for me. Who else do we have? I've got the Italian stallion, as I call him, my striker, who's currently injured, Matteo Capitani. He's only 18 and been playing pretty well, but I did find someone better, and he scored, was it 4 or 5 goals against one of the teams, beat 7-0.
It was
Sean Mullen,
yeah,
from Northern Ireland, same age, 18 years old. And his average rating since being with the club is 7.91. And I think, there's 2 players above him. You've got Andrea Zola, he's my star player. Silence from Shaggy there.
I must admit, I mean, from the games I watched, obviously coming from my side of it all, I've seen Zola play, and he has been rather remarkable, hence why he has been obviously become your star player, because obviously I could never fault him. Never.
I didn't fault him with one of my other saves that I've used, and that was just to test, see what foreigners and how they would perform when you put so many together. And to be honest, give them about 3 or 4, maybe 5, 6 matches, and then they start gelling and starting to get to know the teams, and then they do damage.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So as you can see, the different teams, different nationalities. I've got an Italian, I've got English, I've got Northern Ireland, Philippines, South Korea, Welsh, Slovenia, Senegal, Romania, Denmark, French, Brazilian, Iranian, or Iran, Slovakian. They're the different styles I've got, and that's the main squad. I've had to put all my main squad also to play 90 minutes in the under-21s, just so they got match fitness up. And on top of all that, in the schedule, you'll see about 100 million friendlies.
Yes.
We had to do the friendlies because over where we played the Tester Challenge Cup quarter-final, we had a month, just over a month worth to get through, and I thought, I'm not doing that, I'm going to go for it. So I did 1 or 3 friendlies. Didn't lose a match for quite a while. I think I lost 3 matches in total from the start of the season. Yeah, I did. But ignore the friendlies. But the funny thing when I came to play Shaggy was the first match. I think how many shots were there in total? Something like 10 shots.
It was, I think, something round about 10 shots.
It was 10 shots.
I'm not saying it was the most dullest game, but
it was.
Well, okay, it was, but
it's quite funny because you had 2 shots, none of them on target, and you didn't have a clear-cut chance. Whereas I had the better of the 2. I had 8 shots, 5 of them were on target with 1 clear-cut chance, and you would have thought I would have won the game. But your goalkeeper actually performed well in that. He got a rating of 7.3.
Yes, I agree. He did.
So,
I agree on that one. That's what I mean. He did rather well for that, and it was, it was all back and forward, but it ended up 0-0. But obviously becoming the dullest game in the process. But
it was probably one of the dullest games of the lot. The next time I played Shaggy was near the end of the season, and I changed tactics because he was playing a very defensive tactic. It's a 4-1-4-1. and I was playing a 4-4-1-1 system, and then I changed to a 3-4-2-1, I think, or 3-4-1-2. It was something different.
It was something different, I'll admit that.
And I managed to break him down, but one goal.
Yes.
One goal on the 6th minute. That was it. So, but as you can see throughout the season, it's just been constant wins, apart from the one match, which I'll show very quickly. This Nutley 2. It was the only match I lost, and God knows what happened to my team. I don't think they showed up. But some impressive victories: 7-0, 5-0, 4-0. And the one that Shaggy watched that one night was against Ashurst Wood, 7-0. In Sean Mullen, they are second, 4 goals, 2 after the 2nd, 7th, 37th and 46th minute. Then you got Kim Jae-hoon, who scored on the 18th and 83rd, and then you got Nikolai Tudori, my Romanian, on the 66th minute. So just constant goals.
Yeah, and it was. For that match below I watched it ended up 7-0. It was a rather, well, I can't say relentless, but it was constant. It were nowhere near they could even get any clear cut chances. It was straight down the line.
Yeah.
In. They had no chance. Put it this way, the man just stood there.
How many did Zola assist with? It was about 4 or 5, wasn't it?
It was about that, yeah.
I think that match he was actually playing midfield, because normally he plays defender left, but he had to go midfield left because that's his other play.
Mm-hmm.
But when he starts, he doesn't stop.
No, I must admit, when he really gets into his rhythm, and he's, you've got no. I'll be honest with anybody against Ali, you've got no chance for.
Not this early on, anyway.
No,
it's 4.5 star current ability, so yeah.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to have a quick look at Shaggy's squad right now, the senior squad. Now, to start off with, he had quite a lot of old players, and I think it was tiredness that was probably getting them down.
Yeah, I think, as I say, with probably the most silliest tactic of trying to think of it all, but obviously with the start of the season, it was virtually nothing.
Mm.
I had to get the entire squad in myself.
Yeah, well, we both did.
Sorry, go on.
We both had to get an entire squad because we'd started off with absolutely nothing. We had to get a whole new backroom staff, a whole new squad.
Yes.
So, but
it was. Go on.
But no, I'll just go and but
no, I was here. I went in. I weren't intentionally looking for the older players. I think it was more trying to find at least something I can play with.
Yeah.
I mean, for surprisingly the ages of the squad I got in, if I remember, which I will have a look, I think the first match I came, which was a friend, No.
You're looking at your schedule right now.
Yes, I am actually looking at the schedule. I'll say that's good one moment.
Your first proper friendly was against Greenhouse London. You can't class your under-21s as a real one.
No.
And you just lost 3-0, and then you started picking up a bit with Hartfield that you won 1-0, and Skeins Hill you've beaten 3-2. Then Stones, who are currently in our league, lost 2, so that didn't give us much hope.
No. But I must admit, it was. I mean, I was still running near enough the same squad by the first Test Cup Challenge Cup round.
Yeah.
And strangely enough, I actually managed to win Heath Rangers.
Oh yeah, you did.
Probably say 5-1, which I can't understand.
Why you lost 1-0.
Why a bit further down for the Brian Challenge Cup in the semi-final. I managed to lose. What was it now?
1-0, but there was a reason behind that. You had you subbed on a couple for injuries, then a couple more got injured, then you lost, then you went down to 9 men.
Yes, no, that was right. Yeah, that was one downside I really did have. Where I don't know. Well, I do know what happened, but it's just They were dropping. It was like flies near enough. I mean, Danny Shipton got injured at 63 minutes.
Yeah.
My
You got Nabi Benny Diumbiana,
which is obviously me, 25-year-old Frenchman. He went down in
in the 87th minute.
That's the one.
So, but by then you'd already subbed him on. You must have subbed him on. I'll be able to tell you in a minute if I can change this. No, I can't change this. Oh well.
I will tell you. I actually subbed it. Well, no, he was injured in the 87th minute.
Yeah.
Done by her.
He was subbed on for Nade, wasn't he? Rafael Nade, because he's a striker. And then you had to sort of move one of your other players into the striker position.
Mm-hmm.
And then you were just having issues all over the place. Fitness at these levels are ridiculously bad, unless you...
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, this is where I was trying to work it out at the same time. I mean, it's that, I think, to me, my personal opinion, is that fine balance of trying to get the fitness, but trying to get the fitness at their ages.
Yeah, hence why I play that many friendlies, and you've played quite a few.
Yes.
In fact, not quite as many as what I managed to get in.
No, of course.
But I did say to you on the last two matches, and I says I've got the third and fourth places. Now I've got to beat these, which I didn't think I'd have a problem for anyway. And Gavin and Shaggy had to at least draw one of them and lose the other. So it didn't matter if he drew, just as long as he drew one, he didn't mind losing the other. But he won the first one fair and square. He got promoted, and then the very last match, put out your second squad, and still drew 1-1.
Yeah, that almost to me that was a full rotation.
Yeah, Luke Jackman.
Sorry, go on.
Luke Jackman. I mean, people will be looking now saying, "What the bloody hell has he signed?" But this is the sort of player that we have to sign. Yeah, we have got other players. If I go back into your players a minute, we've got other ones that you might have heard of, like Jordan Fitzharris. Some people might know him. Pretty decent defender.
Yes, I must admit he has performed rather well with me.
And he originally came from Portsmouth. I say no more on that. You also have is Cone one of them as well. Let's have a look. Yeah.
Yes.
Usmain Cone, which I actually gave to you for, I let you have him because he didn't quite fit into my squad where I wanted him, but he came from Leicester City.
Yeah, well, yeah, now of course. I mean, obviously, for a 19-year-old, for the stats he has, and I mean, 4-star, a potential for maybe a 5.
Yeah.
I mean,
for me, his potential is 3.5-star, but like I've told you, he's got a possibility of 5 still.
Yes.
But it's because I've got slightly better players on my team. But I'm not bragging about it, honestly.
No, of course we are.
But there was also that Giovanni Brown that I gave to you as well. Pretty good looking youngster. He's got 4-star potential with possible 5, but for me his current ability is only 0.5 star. I would have never played him.
No.
There's the American Dylan, I can't even pronounce his surname, Dylan Castanheira, I think that's how it's pronounced. Really good solid goalkeeper. He came from Bristol City, so they have been at high-end clubs. But he had a bit of injury at one point, and he had this really crappy goalkeeper.
Yeah, I think that's where the most of the results were happening. Castanheira was in, I was doing fine.
Mm-hmm.
Every time Castanheira was injured, say training or play for like a friendly, my results would go downhill because I had to end up putting a really bad keeper in, which is about useless as the saying goes, a chocolate teapot.
Okay, that's pretty different. Chocolate.
Yeah, so it's one of the usual sayings that is about useless as a chocolate teapot, but
I'm not saying a word.
No, I thought not. But now I must admit, he had his moments, but he had the moments which was so simple as the goals. It was like sometimes to me when you looked at it, it was like he was just standing there not bothering. Had no reaction. Or just
Yeah. Who would be your star player?
Oh, star player wise, I think Yusuf Bamba had really those moments. I mean, he ended up with an average rating of 6.86. I think the one moment he actually went up to 7.6. Well, 7.60 in, was it 3 games before? Well, yeah, 3 games before his last game, he comes 7.6. So, but it's judging out that, I mean, to make it in the fair sense, I mean, yeah, Yusuf Bamba has had his moments, and I will say he done me well.
Yeah. I'm just having a look at your average rating stats on all your players, and you do have 6 players that have hit over 7, but one of them will not be included because you've only just got him, which is Cone. His average rating throughout the season was 7.38. Next was actually Darren Crook, your 31-year-old striker, 7.19. Adam Mardby, who I had on one of my other saves, he's not too bad. He's not the best, but he's good for this level. 7.17. You've then got Kieran Woodley, who's only 19. Let me just have a quick look at him. Oh my God, I've actually got a picture of him. He's played 6 matches and 4 subs. He's played a lot of non-competitive. He's played a couple of for the cup games. He's played fantastically for you.
Oh yeah, no, I must say Woodley has done really well for the cup games.
And he came from Crystal Palace, out of all places. Now, Shaggy's also got this guy called Philip Greatwich. I have his brother, Simon Greatwich, both from the Philippines. And strangely enough, I think Simon's the captain. He is. Simon Greatwich is the captain. You've got Philip Greatwich as the captain. So both the brothers are captains in different teams.
Yes.
He's played a 7.06, and Jordan Fitzharris, your Australian that you've really enjoyed this season, he has hit a 7.02. The rest of them are under 7, so I won't go through them all.
No.
There had been a bit of a problem with one of your defenders, Nikolai Schroeder. Injury.
I think it was injury after injury after injury. Then obviously when he came into play, I'm not saying it was a forever battle against him. Because he weren't. I must admit he was doing decent at points, but I don't know. It was like some ways, I don't know, to me it was like sort of letting down.
It was just in-game injuries. I've just had a look at his injury history, and back in 2010 he was out for 8 months. And then he had a couple more, a strained neck, and he had a proper injury with you. But otherwise, it was a lot in game, but nothing serious.
No.
So, but
that's what I mean. Don't go wrong, Nicola Curry, he did well, but as you say, it was a lot of in-game injuries. So every time I got injured when I've got him, he would get injured in game. Then I would have to try and think, well, hang on a minute, who would have replaced him?
Yeah.
Who would have replaced him with? It was a sort of that quick reaction. Oh, hang on a minute, Schroeder's out. Well, who can I sort of keep at the same level?
I mean, I'm just having a quick look at your key employees. Well, obviously you, because you're the manager. We've got the captain, who is Darren Crook, who doesn't really play much now, and the vice captain, who is Yusuf Bamba, a Frenchman. The key player of your whole squad is Sam Pearce, your Welshman.
Yes. But obviously, Sam Pearce is obviously my goalkeeper, but he came, if I remember right, he came a bit late into the season.
Yeah. And then your hot prospect is Giovanni Brown, one that I actually gave to you.
Yes.
So, after a great first season, I must admit this season has been absolutely fantastic. I've won 3 cups if you include the league itself. Next season we'll be going into Mid Sussex Football League Division 10. We have a lot more leagues to go through, yet another 23 leagues. It's going to be a bit of a battle to get up there, but I think we can do it. I'm hoping Gavin gets promoted with me all the way as well, because it would be
Oh,
nice.
me too. Yeah, no, definitely me too.
Because I've said it before, and he does chuckle at me. I says he's probably the noob of probably all the people who play FM.
I'll quietly hold my hands up and say yes.
But I've been giving you some training. I've been helping you along.
You have.
So,
yes, you have.
So if you've got any questions, don't hesitate to ask in the comments below, because we're coming up to close to the end of the video. Don't forget to subscribe to myself. You can subscribe to ShaggyRusty. He's currently having a couple of PC issues, which we are sorting out. I don't know exactly when, but you'll be doing more Xboxy stuff, won't you? Hopefully.
No, I will do. Obviously, hopefully in the near future it'll be, a bit more Xbox One and stuff, and mainly what I maybe start doing is a few show reels of games I do have, and Kay will leave me this wonderful voice of mine. Do a few reviews on them all. I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't be afraid to come and say, well, what do you have, and give me suggestions. I can either say yes or no and give you a review of it all.
Yeah, exactly. And you could also do like other things as well. So it'll be something that we'll work out ourselves. But don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to myself.
Please subscribe to me. That's what he's trying to say.
That's the one. And leave a comment if you want anything. Just leave a comment, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you very much for watching. This has been Keithy1980, and
this has been ShaggyRusty. Thank you very much, and goodbye.
Good night.